So hi guys, my name is Kunal and today we're going to discuss about the different modules which are in the SAP and also the projects under which we're going to be working after the completion of the SAP Consultant training. So let me open the presentation first. So what are the different modules in the SAP? So before we proceed, I want to give you an information that is this lecture will be in English and Hindi combination so that people will understand a bit better. So let's start with it. So what are the different modules in the SAP? So there are basically two modules. That is the one is the functional module and the second is the technical module. Coming on into the functional module. What is functional module? So SAP के अंदर एक बिजनेस प्रोसेस को रेप्लिकेट करने के लिए या फिर एक बिजनेस प्रोसेस को इनेबल करने के लिए सर्टन प्री डिफाइंड फंक्शनैलिटीज ऑलरेडी मेंशन्ड होती है जिसको कंपनी को फॉलो करना होता है एक पर्टिकुलर ट्रांजैक्शन को रिकॉर्ड करने के लिए. सो ये जो प्री डिफाइंड फंक्शनैलिटी रहती है जो कंसल्टेंट को फॉलो करनी पड़ती है टू इनेबल द बिजनेस प्रोसेस, इसको बोलते हैं फंक्शनल मॉड्यूल. कमिंग ऑन टू टेक्निकल मॉड्यूल. अंडर टेक्निकल मॉड्यूल ऐसे कोई प्री डिफाइंड फंक्शनैलिटीज रहती नहीं है, लेकिन जो एक बिजनेस प्रोसेस को सपोर्ट करती है. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आपका क्लाइंट चाहता है कि SAP सिस्टम के अंदर एक ऐसा सिस्टम हो जो ऑटोमेटिक पेमेंट प्रोसीड कर दे, सो इसके लिए द कंसल्टेंट को कोडिंग भी करनी पड़ती है. तो ये जो सपोर्ट थिंग होता है ये टेक्निकल मॉड्यूल के अंदर आता है. सो कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Different modules in the SAP. So the popular modules which comes under the functional thing are the FI, that is the finance, CO, that is the controlling, MM, that is the material management, SD, that is the sales and the distribution, HR, that is the human resource, and PP, that is the production plan. Under technical modules जो बहुत common and बहुत popular है वो है ABAP and BASIS. However, SAP के अंदर there are more than 100 modules. So आप अगर SAP के लिए प्लानिंग कर रहे हो तो जो मॉड्यूल आपको डिसाइड करना है वो आपके एजुकेशन बैकग्राउंड के रिलेटेड होना चाहिए. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आप एक अकाउंट्स एग्जीक्यूटिव हो या फिर CA हो या फिर फाइनेंस में प्रैक्टिस करते हो तो आपके लिए SAP FI एंड CO बहुत हेल्प करेगा. सिमिलरली, अगर आप एक इंडस्ट्री में काम करते हो जहाँ पर आपका वर्क रिलेटेड टू मटीरियल है तो आप मटीरियल मैनेजमेंट के लिए चले जाओ. सिमिलरली ऐसे बहुत सारे मॉड्यूल है जो आपके एजुकेशन बैकग्राउंड पे बेस्ड रहेंगे, तो आप अपने एजुकेशन बैकग्राउंड के हिसाब से मॉड्यूल चूज करो. कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. सो व्हाट आर डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड इट टाइप. तो SAP के अंदर मेनली 4 प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं जिस पे आपको वर्क करना रहता है आफ्टर फिनिशिंग द ट्रेनिंग. सो दे आर एज फॉलोज. सो द फर्स्ट इज द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्रोजेक्ट, द सेकेंड वन इज द रोल आउट प्रोजेक्ट, the third one is the upgrade project, and the fourth one is the support project. So we will be discussing one by one in a detailed manner. Let's come to the implementation project. So what is implementation project? We will understand it in the form of an example. For example, there is a company named Tata Group who is currently using Tally, but now they want to shift it to the SAP system because of the broader scope. So they appoint a consultant who is very much well versed with the SAP thing. He goes through the business project and try to replicate and implement it. So whenever a company for the first time uses a SAP system, it is known as the implementation project, which is done by the consultant. Coming on to the next thing, it is the rollout project. So what do you mean by the rollout project? For example, there is a main company named Tata Group, and there are various other subsidiaries of the Tata Group. For example, Tata Finance, Tata Logistics, Tata Motors. Out of this, Tata Finance and Tata Logistics have already implemented SAP system in their company, and now currently Tata Motors want to shift from the Tally system to the SAP system. So as the two subsidiaries has already implemented the SAP system in their company, so it won't be that harder for the consultant to enable the business process of the Tata Motors as the base is already created by the subsidiary company. So this is known as a rollout project, whereby the other subsidiary company shift to the SAP system. Now coming on to the another project, that is the upgrade project. So what do you mean by the upgrade project? So in SAP there are different versions. For example, ECC, which is the older version, and the newer version, that is the S4 HANA. However, even today most of the companies are practicing their SAP, practicing the business process in the SAP system in the older version, that is the ECC. However, as per the news I am getting, the ECC version will be valid till 2028. After that, each and every company has to shift to the S4 HANA system. So this shifting from old version to the new version is known as the upgrade project. So coming on to the last project, that is the support project. So what do you mean by the support project? After a business project is enabled and replicated by the consultant and it is put forward to the use to the company, and when company uses such SAP system, after using it, if the employee of the company gets some errors while doing the work on the SAP system, in such a case a ticket is raised by such employee. Such ticket gives a notification to the consultant who has enabled such SAP system of the business process. So working onto the errors of the ticket which are raised by the company employee is known as the support project. So yes, this was about the modules and the projects under the SAP. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to my channel. So in the next video we'll be starting with the enterprise module, that is the base of the SAP system. So thank you, have a nice day.